Have you been stuck trying to manifest for days, weeks, months, or years? Have you tried every single technique on this planet to try and finally get that dream life? I was there. I know how it feels. And yes, manifestation, the way it's being taught, is fake. Let me explain. I feel like this is something that needs to be said because I think a lot of people are feeling it, but they are suppressing it. And it's only a matter of time before all of this collapses. I started looking into manifestation very young, but it was mostly sporadic. So I started being more into manifestation, I think in 2021. And that's when I started to research about all of these techniques and started really practicing it. So I've done everything. I've done SATs, I've done every Neville technique, visualization, I've done acting as if, I've done even scripting, I've done vision boards, affirmations, during the day, during the night, you have it. I have done everything. By the way, I also did, I think it was David Hawkins or something like that. It was about letting go and about the different vibrations and how to stay in the positive vibration, and Abraham Hicks and her teachings that you just need to look for appreciation, rampages of appreciation, the focus wheels, the whatever, right? I've done them as well. I'm not going to just attack Neville. I'm not attacking, I'm not going to just critique Neville. I'm going to critique all of them who are not teaching this in the correct way. I have had some success. It wouldn't last, and it was like a breadcrumb of a manifestation. For example, I would get the job, but I wouldn't get the salary I was asking for. Or I would get the job, but it's not my dream job. It's just a job I was manifesting because I needed the money. I wanted to manifest the person, and I would get a text, or I would get hot and cold behavior. So I was trying to manifest this dream life I had, and I had it up to the smallest detail. I literally planned out my whole life and was doing everything to get it, or I thought I was doing everything to get it, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen, and it didn't happen, and I persisted. Yeah, they call it persisting. I persisted. Just persist through everything. Persist. Don't worry about the circumstances. The circumstances don't matter. It's always the same. It's always like parroting their phrases, right? Just persist. Just continue. It's gonna be fine. Just persist. It doesn't matter that somebody took your house away. Just persist. It doesn't matter that your person is married to somebody else. Just persist. It's gonna sort itself out. And I really believed it. I was like, yeah, of course. And revision, don't even get me started on revision. Manifestation as it's taught is so much about suppressing, but revision, it's suppressing 2.0. And I also did revision, so I'm now going to show you my vision board, and I'm going to talk about my life right now. Are you ready? Right now, I am living with my parents. Right now, I do not have my own place. Right now, I'm working a job I do not love, I'm not passionate about, did not go to school for. I am unhappy most days. I am really unfulfilled. I am single. I don't have children. I don't travel often. When I do, I don't stay in 5-star hotels very often, and I definitely do not travel first class or private. I'm not a famous actress. In fact, I'm not famous at all. I am not rich. I am not a billionaire or a millionaire. Are we done? Now you've seen what I manifested for 4 years, 4 years of persisting, versus my life that actually is. And now people, I might get hate, I might not get any views, so I don't know. But people might come to me and might say, but you haven't persisted enough. Well, you need to continue doing the techniques. And I will say to them, no, you're delusional and not in a good way. Now that we covered how this didn't work for me, I'm going to go through the reasons why I think this didn't work and what I should do and what you should do instead if you fell into the same trap. Now, why I believe this didn't work out is because all of these don't really make a change in your life. They might do a tiny change in your mindset. Maybe, yes. I think I found a way for manifestation to work. However, it doesn't have anything to do with the manifestation that's being taught right now. Everything has a certain frequency, everything has a certain energy. That is true, okay? But what you have to do is to embody that energy and embody that frequency through the body. First step you need to take is regulate your nervous system, because without it, you're staying in this survival mode and you just won't notice any of the opportunities that are going to be presented to you, okay? So the way I understand it, and they always use this, but I'm going to use it in a different way. If you have a radio, you can only receive, and you tune it to a certain station, you can only receive certain frequency, right? And you have to turn the radio to receive other frequencies. But you can't even turn the radio, okay? Unless you achieve that state of a regulated nervous system. You can't even see what you're doing wrong, okay? I think both nervous system regulation and therapy or some sort of shadow work will help with that. Once you see your limiting beliefs and what you're doing wrong, and once you have that regulated nervous system, you can choose your steps and you can embody the next version of you. And when I say embody, I mean really embody. It's not acting as if, it's literally becoming another version of yourself. So for example, how would that version look like? How would that version of you eat? What would that version of you be wearing on a daily basis? How would he or she talk to people? What would he or she do with her life or his life? Which friends would you keep? Which relationships would he keep? You know, you have many choices every day to do different things. You might have the most mundane, boring, repetitive life ever lived, and you will still have choices to show up as a different version of yourself. And that includes making different actions. And that's the third step, okay? That's the third step. And the most important step that people in this community are overlooking, and seriously overlooking. You cannot manifest what you want without taking appropriate action. Arrest me. I said what they don't want you to hear. You know why? Because if you're just sitting at home doing nothing, you can watch their videos and you can pay for their coaching. And once you're out there and actually making changes for your life, they don't have any profit of it. And you know what they say also? Misery loves company. So if they're not doing manifesting the right way, I think they want everybody to do that, yeah? In order to kind of validate to themselves. Manifesting absolutely works. but the universe will meet you halfway. But just take action in the direction where you want to go. And if it fails, don't take it as a sign that you're not gonna get what you want. If it fails, it means there's another way. Key to successful manifesting is getting out of survival mode, regulating your nervous system, going to therapy or doing shadow work, being aware of our patterns. Then embodying actually the version of us that will get us what we want, and taking appropriate action in the direction that we want to go to. The universe will 100% meet you halfway. Please let me know if you resonated with this video. Leave me a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, follow me on social media, and I would love for us to have a discussion on these topics. And also, if you have a suggestion on the next video, please type it down below. Thank you so much for being here today, and I wish you all the best. Goodbye.